Coach, let's just hear on your first thoughts of the game today.
Hey, we played a really good team. I think they're one of the top teams in the country. And going into the game, we talked about playing some good football, and we have to be mistake-free against them. And with, too many turnovers, too many mistakes by us, and you do that against a good team, the game gets away from you real quick.
And obviously not the start that you guys were looking for today, giving up the pick six early. How important was it for you guys to bounce back and just get on the score sheet right after that?
Oh, it was important, right? We talked about it before the game, right? Making sure we don't want to give a good team like that extra possessions and stuff like that. So, that hurts us. But then we came back down. We were able to score ourselves. But we got to make sure, even with the field goals and turning it over on third down, we got to make sure we're taking care of the football and doing a better job of that because the tide turns real fast.
Yeah, and this was the second time in 3 games that you guys are heading into the halftime down a sizable margin. What's kind of the message there at the halftime to kind of keep pushing?
Yeah, there's no real big message. You know what? We know where we're at. We can see the score. We can see how we've been playing, So we're just trying to turn things around and get the momentum going in our direction. And we just talk about playing one play at a time, one possession at a time, not worrying about getting big chunks because you can't come back in, in one big swoop. So we just talk about going out and executing the best that we can and then going from there.
Right on. And now you guys are heading down to York. What's kind of the game plan? What's the focus going?
Well, right now I'm not even worried about York right now, right? I just want to digest this, watch the film, see where we can get better, make sure, even before that, I want to make sure the guys in there are healthy and ready to go. So we'll just take it one step at a time, right? So we'll evaluate the film, see what we need to do better. We did do some good things out there, it looked like with the naked eye, and we know we got to get better in some areas, and then we'll take care of start game planning for York later tomorrow.
Just a thought on overall kind of slow starts here. Even last week, obviously weather plays a different impact on that one, but some tough starts to get you going here. Rough start against Toronto, not a great start today, though you do score. What do you think of what's going on with your team starts right now and how to be a little more consistent? Yeah,
and you just said it right there. We got to be more consistent. We start fast in practice, putting the guys in the positions to be successful. Even today with the pick, we were able to bounce back from that, come back and score. We were moving the ball and doing what we had to do. So to me, it wasn't really the slow start as it was us giving the ball away and giving them extra opportunities. If we keep moving, we convert on third down there. We don't give them the pick six. You know what? We have that fast start that we were looking for in the game, but it was, again, us making our own mistakes. And then a great football team as they are, they're going to capitalize on it, and that's what they do.
One more from me. And how do you game plan for a team that has 2 quarterbacks like that? Just to give Western their flowers a little bit. You've got a great passer in Evan Hillock, and then Jerome Rancourt comes in and doesn't really pass the ball, but he can run, he can catch, he lines up at tight end. How do you game plan for that kind of offense?
It's difficult, right? You just got to go in and make sure that everybody knows who's in, and we know what personnel's in the game, and then we know what they like to do out of that personnel grouping and making sure the guys are ready to execute when that personnel or whatever quarterback is in.
Today we saw you guys in pass, big plays, chunk plays downfield. Today it's a little bit shorter. Kept the ball on the ground a lot. Was that all just part of the game plan, what you see with this Western team? Yeah, we were trying to, we know everybody thinks we're going to go throw the ball around the park every week, and we came in with a game plan that we were going to be really focused on the run and getting our run game going, and I thought we did that early. But then as soon as you get behind with them, you got to start putting the ball up in the air, and that's where we have our mistakes. And we know against a team like that, they're going to keep everything in front of them, and they're going to wait for you to make mistakes because they don't make a lot of mistakes. And so our game plan was to come in and see if we could establish the run and get things going, which I thought we did for the most part. And then obviously when things start to turn, we get in trouble with that. So you bring TL in the second half there. Seems to be, a little bit more life in the offense. Does that confuse you at all? Is it a question of do you know who your quarterback is moving forward? 2 games now we've seen them be kind of interchanged, and one brings something that the other didn't. Is that just something that we can expect moving forward? Any given Sunday, one of them thinks we'll go, like I said, we're going to watch the film. We're going to evaluate it, what we were asking each quarterback to do and where we were at in the game. We brought TL in just to get a spark where we were at and thought he could bring something different.
that Elijah wasn't at that time, and maybe he wasn't seeing the field as well as he needed to. And then, like I said, we'll reevaluate it and we'll go from there. And whoever starts next week, we'll go from there. And whoever's playing well, we're going to go. We're going to put our guys. My job is to make sure we put the best players on the field and then put them in a position to be successful. So offensively and defensively and on special teams, we can be successful moving forward.